Hello friends! Are you ready to make another coding game? Welcome to Koderon, where we empower kids to code. My name is Megan, and today I thought it would be fun to create a game in Scratch. With the holidays right around the corner, we can make a game where we will allow the player to create a holiday card. The Winter Decoration program allows the player to create your own unique holiday card. When I hit the green flag, I get a relatively plain card, but there are various sprites on the green bar that will allow me to decorate my card. I can also change the size of the sprites so that I can use it to decorate my card. The player can choose a variety of artistic creations to create their own unique holiday card. Let's open our browser and let's get started. Now that we're in Scratch, I'm going to name my file Winter Decoration. Let's pick our sprites. Scratch has a few festive sprites that I'm going to choose. I like the bell, the gift, the reindeer, and I think I'm also going to choose the star and the ball. I also have some files that are festive too that I would like to add to the game, so I'm going to upload some of my own files. I have a tree, a snowflake, and some ornaments that will do nicely. Let's start creating the backdrop. I'm going to create some snow, and then I want a nice blue sky. I'm going to go ahead and make some snow, and then I'm going to duplicate the backdrop because I'm going to want one with the menu that are green on the side so that I can put my ornaments and all the other sprites that I have selected so that the player can choose the various sprites to decorate the card. I'm going to go ahead and name my backdrops so that I know which one I'm using, and then I'm going to size all my ornaments down a bit. The files I uploaded are a bit large. When the green flag is clicked, I want my backdrop to switch to the backdrop with options. That's where I'm going to have all my sprites for the player to select which sprites they want to use for their cards. Let's go ahead and organize the sprites and put them all on the green part. Okay, now that I have all my sprites and tree positioned where I want it to be, when the green flag is clicked, I'm going to want to create a variable. I'm going to create the variable called done. And what this variable is going to do is allow the player to click when they have completed creating their card. So I'm going to create a sprite that they can click on, and I'm going to keep this one simple. I'm going to just create a simple square with the word done on it. I'm going to put the done on the lower left-hand corner. Let's make a variable. I'm going to call it size. I want the player to be able to make sprites various sizes as they decorate their tree. Okay, let's put in the code for the done sprite. When the green flag is clicked, I want it to show, but when you click on the sprite, I want it to hide. I'll go ahead and set the done variable to 0. The 0 indicates that the player is not done yet, but when the variable done switches to 1, then that's how I'm going to know that the player is done, and I'm going to hide all the menu as well as the various sprites that they didn't use for their card. When the green flag is clicked, I want to show the variable size, and I want to set my size to 50. That way they can make it bigger or smaller. And I want it to forever go to that position. And I want to set the size to my variable size so it will always be adjusted to whatever the user wants. And I want to say, if the variable done switches to 1, then I want the bell to hide. And I want the backdrop to switch to the card backdrop. And I want to hide the variable size. When the player clicks on the bell, I want it to create a clone of itself so that the player can use it for the card. So when I start as a clone, I want it to pop out on the card, and then I want it draggable so that the player can move it wherever they want for the card. Let's test the bell. So I'm going to shrink the bell down, and then I'm going to click on it. So notice it's a smaller bell now. and I can make it larger too. Okay, the size works. So now that I know the code work, I'm going to copy and paste the code for this sprite to all the other sprites as well, except for the tree and the done sprite. For all the other sprites, I don't need to set my variables twice, so I'm going to take those two code out and then copy and paste the rest of it onto all the other sprites. Now that I have copied all the code into the other sprites, there's one thing I need to adjust. My go-to position is not on the correct location. Right now, if I just run the program, it'll all stack on top of the bell, and I don't want that. So I'm going to change the go-to positions to where they are currently located. So I'll do that for all the sprites. For the tree, I'm going to set it in its place as well. So when the green flag is clicked, I'm going to set it to a size of 100, and I'm going to use the go-to block, put it in place. So now that we have our code, we can decorate our card. Let's start decorating our trees. So all you have to do is click on the sprite, one will pop out, and then you can start decorating. And if you want multiple versions of them, you just click it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and then you'll have replicas of those sprites, and you can put it wherever you want it to. So here you go. My tree is starting to look pretty good. I think I'm gonna put some snowflakes, and I think I'm gonna hang some ornaments on top as well. I'm gonna go ahead and click on done, and here's my card. I'm gonna go ahead and expand it, and if you wanna save it, you can right click on it and save image as, and you can save it as a JPEG, and then you'll have a file you can email to anyone you want. Thank you for joining me and Koderon today. If you're interested in private coding lessons with some of the best teachers from top computer science universities, please visit Koderon.com. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe below. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again next time.